everybody. I guess many of you that I can see is online already have worked with your razor before. So today I'm gonna work with this one. This is my feather one. I know my dear friend Glenn will do with the other one in next month. But before I start, let's have a video.
We are the cutting edge. 110 years of avant-garde, of defying the present, to go further, to aim higher. We serve hair artists, artists committed to revolutionizing the salon experience, opening space for innovation, empowering to dare, tailored for each, created for all. We are the cutting edge, engaging senses, igniting desires, creating unique experiences to be unique as you. We are the cutting edge, boosted by tech. We push the limits of hair, tech in our products, tech in our salons, tech on all our platforms, tech in every fiber of our thinking. We are the cutting edge. Beauty tech to elevate, data-driven to connect, education to adapt, continuously to another evolving world, to be ahead of the curve, always. We are the cutting edge. We care for all hair types, for all humans, because hair defines who we are. We are the cutting edge. We are shaping the future, innovating for progress, caring for the planet, for less waste and more hope, creating the beauty that moves the world towards a more sustainable tomorrow. We are the cutting edge, the future of professional beauty.
So how many of you normally work with this kind of tool in your business? Raise your hand. Good. I think many of us all have had clients that will come in and will freak out when you said, I'm going to use my razor today. Why do you think that's happening? Anyone? I think it has something to do that we have colleagues that is not used to work with this kind of tools. That means when they use the tools, they use it on the wrong hair, in the wrong way, and maybe with this kind of old kind of razor, which means it will more or less destroy the hair. So all of us have had clients that will come in that will freak us out. But for my sake, it's a very important tool for us because it's so easy and it will take us so easy from one step to another one. And we can make a lot of things easier for us when we're working with this kind of tools. So today, for the next 45 minutes, I will do my signature cut, which is the ones you can see behind me. These three beautiful ladies. This is all the same haircut, the same technique, just with different kind of length. And with me personalizing the outlines on my own. So this is so super easy. And this is the way I'm gonna show you today with my signature cut, that you can do this on all your clients and you can even go shorter if you want. So when I talk my signature cut, that means I will have my doll. I will have 4 signatures. That means my first signature is the top. That is a horseshoe. Then the next ones is behind the ears. And then you have the neck. So it's only 4 segments. Start with the top, go to the neck, and then each side. So that's all you have to remember. You only have 4 different sections. Super easy. So if you can see here on my mannequin head, already taken the horseshoe behind the ear, the neck, and again behind the ear. And it's also a haircut I call cut in a box. That means everything goes in a box. So no matter where I work, I have to remember my stance. So everything is in here in a small box. So that's easy for everybody to remember that you're where you work is where your feet's gonna stand. So now I'm gonna start here. That means my feet is pointing towards you. And we're, for everybody, the Nordic Congress happens last weekend. We were in Finland and we had an amazing time with the Finnish juniors, and they did amazing jobs with their hair color. So I was very kind of inspired by them. It's so difficult to see, but you can see this is blue and it's blue behind and everything else is black. The Finnish people are very, very, really crazy with the colors, and I love that. For everybody to see, I will move my little lady to this side, so it's easier for you to see. So all my sections will go horizontal like this. And the first section is the kind of the ones who decide everything for the rest of the haircut. So if you want to go really short, you're going to go short. Just have to keep in mind that everything will come to this point. So if I go really, really short, that means you will have really kind of pointy, kind of crazy hair on the top, and means that everything will be quite shorter. So this one, I'll go more like, I think I will go like more like this one. So kind of nice little bob, but personalize my front. So you can see I'm in my box, so in my zone. And take everything off. I just changed my razor so I know it's nice and sharp. I might change it a few times because this is a mannequin head. That means it's kind of hard for the razor. So now I have my guide, and because I want to have it quite long in the front, I will have all my sections move toward the first one I just had. I think the nice thing with using the razor is that you take off weight and length at the same time, which means that you go from A to B in a very fast way. Later, I will talk about how I spent my 45 minutes with my clients. That means normally when I do this, my basic cut will be done on this one in like no more than 10 minutes. And I know I'm a trained hairdresser. That means you, as a start junior, you might not spend 10 minutes, you might spend 20 minutes. But as soon as you get the training, you will start working faster. So everything comes into my box. I have everything to the previous guide. So we are back. So we are in the box. We are in the zone. We are in our little box. So no matter where I am, everything will look like this. So everything will be square. So everything is in my box. So I was just about to take my last section in this one. So this one, I'll keep it a little longer. That means I will take my section back to my previous one, but still be in my zone. So now my feet are pointed this way. So I'm in my little box. That's why I call it cut in a box. And I get the questions, can I do it with my scissor? For sure you can. So this was first section. Now this is my second section. For everybody still to be able to see, I will stand still in my box. So I'll still take horizontal sections and take it first from the beginning. So everything comes into. If your client have shorter hair, maybe not that much will go up to your first section, but that doesn't matter. You'll be sure that everything that is able to reach to the first one is going up there. And if not, doesn't matter, because everything in your outside line will be your finishing. So see, it's just this little tips that will go in here. It's just not that much, but still, I'll still clean it up. Section 2. Now we have 3 and 4. Still go horizontal. Still go up to my little box. And because there's not that much hair, I can more or less do it in one section. She forgot to use conditioner today. Section 3. And 4. So see, it's very simple and this is very easy. And even if you do it with your scissor, it will still go a little fast, which makes it easier for you to spend most of the time to personalize your front, the neck, everything in the outside, which is however you feel like you want to personalize it, that's up to you. But that's the fun part of everything, is always to personalize your haircut. So that's why you want to have most of your time on that part with your clients.
May I ask a curiosity question?
Sure,
I
please.
see that you work pretty much underneath with the razor, that you're not coming from the side or from the top. It's pretty much from under. Is there a particular reason for that?
Because I think it's easier for me to remove a lot of weight in the same time.
Ah,
So for me, that's an easy way to remove weight in the same time.
okay. Okay.
So see, now everything, if I would have my clients to go like this, most of my clients hate when I'm doing like this, like this. But sometimes you will have the fresh ones, which will be somebody like Angela. She will for sure have clients that will be able to do this.
She's talking about me.
It's like you, honey. You have your microphone, Angela.
Oh no. Where is my microphone?
Angela was one of my best friends in the fashion team years ago, and I just have been visiting her. So thank you for joining in.
I love you. Thank you.
So see, everything is in the same length. So now I'll have her going like this. So now is the time where you can personalize your clients. That means you can personalize how long you want to have it, how you want to have her front. This is where you're going to work with your clients. Maybe she's normally the one who wears it to one side or another side. So this is where you're going to have to work with your clients. And this is where, again, like Joachim says, this is where you're going to start working with your razor in a different way. This is now when you move your razor that direction you want to have your hair to move. That's the way you're gonna move your razor. So if I wanted to go round the face, that's how I'm gonna use my razor. So in the same time I'm removing weight and length, is the same time I'm moving my hair in that direction. Because when we normally use our scissor, everything is kind of straight cut off. But when we use a razor, it's more like you see a flowerist that works with flowers, she will take her knife as well to make your roses stay longer, go more pointed like an arrow. It's the same we do with hair when we use our razor. So I'll just, because the hair is so hard to work with, I will change my razor. So I will use it and move it more round shaped. So open up her face, and I think I'm gonna go quite strong on her. Open it more like this. So again, I have to, if I was working in my business, I will have her turn her chair all the way, and I will actually stand between her legs. So I'll have her removed from the mirror and have her in front of me. That again have something to do when you're young, you have to remember how you're dressed and you're working very close to your clients. That means you're very into your personal space. That means I'm never very kind of low neck here. I'm more or less always closed here, and I always have sleeves on, because when you start moving like this with your clients and it's a hot, sweaty day, I have to keep in mind that I'm really into people's faces. So I want to make sure that they feel comfortable, and they don't feel comfortable if they have my breast and my armpits in in their face. So that's always something I have to keep in mind when I do cuts like this, where I really have to be very strong on them and very into their faces again. So now we will pretend I'm in, more or less sitting on her lap, more or less, because I'm so close to her. So I'll take my razor and I will move it in that direction that I want. So you can see my razor is going like this. So it's like a smooth way of working with your razor. And again, I haven't decided how long this is. So again, this is always, the end result is something that you work with your clients. So if she wants to keep it long, we keep it long and we just trim it. But today she is open-minded. She told me that earlier. So she's open-minded for going a little shorter. But I will make sure that it's gonna look more like a C shape. So I'll make sure that everything that comes from behind is in my C. It's funny to see that she's got blue hair. My hands is turning blue. So I'm gonna move her to the other side. So again, I'm gonna have it open like this, so it's gonna open her face a little more. I hope you're able to see. So now the front is done. Now it's actually just up to me to decide how short I want to go. And here it's up to us. We can go really short, or we could go like a curve, like a concave feeling. That's up to you. This is always a decision you will take with your clients. I'll go a little short today because I was very inspired to see Mari, our fashion team member from Brazil. She had a beautiful bob and she got a very beautiful dark hair, and it's so thick, her hair. I mean, next life I'm gonna come back as a Brazilian. I promise you. Although I have thick hair. So again, horizontal and take my razor and go more really hard on it. So instead of if I use my scissor, I will take it in one straight line. Now I'll do it with my razor. The seeds go like this. And then it's just done. So she got a really nice soft hair that will now be able to move a lot around. Have a nice smooth feeling. And again, still, even though if she will be Angela's client and standing on her head, everything is still in our box. No matter how we turn her, everything will still be in the box. For sure, because we took the outline short, it will be like this. Normally, I will blow dry and personalize it more, but time is running, so I will not do that. But this is the time where you can, when you have blow dry, you can keep going into your haircut, maybe open up the fringe a little more or take a little weight off again, if you feel like it. So this is basically the same haircut. She's just got a little longer fringe that I just did on this mannequin head. But you can see it's the same thing. So it's like a bob, it opens up and give her a nice feeling that she takes off a lot of weight and make it more easy for her to move around. Even though if she moves it to another side, her fringe will just look a little different. So for me, it's like a haircut that she can really personalize however she want to style it. It's always funny when the mannequin doesn't really have ears. But you can see it's so easy to change the look from her. And it's the same with this one. This I kept a little longer, kind of heavy bang, like the seminar I did, I think it was in last year, where it's kind of more, this is a typical commercial haircut in Denmark. This is kind of, everybody wants a long bang and things like that. And it's like this. If she got really long hair, you can just keep it long, but you can still see if I turn her around, everything will still be in our box. So it's a haircut where you have to keep in mind that your first section will be the ultimate decision for the rest of the haircut, how much weight you're gonna take off and how much layer she's gonna have here. The longer we keep it, the longer it's gonna be in the layering, like this one. So this will be a typical Scandinavian girl. It's a typical Scandinavian girl. She wants to have a lot of new things, but I cannot take off length, weight. She doesn't want to change her front, and she doesn't want this and this and this, but she needs a completely new look. Thank you. Makes it so easy for us to be a hairdresser. So this is a way where you can actually take a lot of weight up that she doesn't really know, because when I have her stand on her head, calling her Angela, she still got a lot of hair. It's long because we kept it long here. But I kept my first section long as well. So she still have lots of layering. But because all my top section is moved to the first one I did, that will keep all the length in the front. So the opening of the face is just longer than the one we just previous done. So this she still have a new style and she can still move it around and change her look. But she doesn't feel like she's been literally raped by a razor, because she still have a lots of hair, she still have her long front, and she still have her long hair. But we know that we take off a lot of weight, which makes it easier for her to have something fun, and she can still do all her up styles. Isn't that easy? Any questions for my cut in a box? No. So that's simple. You just have to keep in mind, whoa, that our first section and our first section we will do here is the guide for everything. And then you go to your neck and your ear section. Super easy. So it's just 4 steps, and you decide everything afterwards, how you're gonna end your result in the front and in the neck. So it's easy to move from A to B in a simple way, using your razor or using your scissors. That's up to you. For me, personally, I think it's easier to use my razor because I like using it and can use it also on thin hair. So don't be afraid. Just have to keep in mind that you have to change this every time you have a new client. And yeah, they might be expensive, but then have it put in your haircut's price, then it's not an issue. Now we're going to move to something different because you have no questions. I have 45 minutes when I have a client coming in. For some, you have an hour. When you're junior, might have 1.5 hours. But I have 45 minutes. That means I have 45 minutes till I have my client sitting in the chair, till I have to be ready to say bye-bye, see you next month. That is 45 minutes where I have to have her consultation. We have to do the cut and blow dry and talk products. I have to think about her last birthday and her kid's birthday and everything like that. So in my mind, I have a system how I normally work through my 45 minutes. And I want to share that with you. Can you see the screen? Can you see it? Yes. So I will have 45 minutes consultation. I'm so lucky that I have a beautiful junior in my salon working for me. So she will make sure when she sits down, she have coffee and everything like that. But at the moment, she's 6 weeks in school. That means I have to make sure she have coffee and everything like that as well. So I have to make sure I don't run behind. So when I have my clients, I will have my 5 minutes consultation. So in that 5 minutes, it will be blah, 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 blah. I will talk to her about how did you enjoy your last haircut? How do you think we're going to move forward to today? We're gonna talk about color and whatever. So I will spend roughly around 5 minutes with that. And I've made sure that I've been into our computer system. I've read everything about the product she bought the last time. So in that 5 minutes, I will talk to her. How did you enjoy that product? Did you use it? Or should we try something else and whatever? So after 5 minutes, beautiful talk with her, we are kind of on the same schedule, how we're gonna run. So I'll take her to my washroom. That means I will spend 5 minutes with her in the sink. I will give her a nice hair wash her hair, talk products for the next 5 minutes. Give her a nice feeling. Talk to her about scalp problems. Maybe it's after summer. She might have been sunburned. So we're going to talk about that. Then she's back in the chair. This is where I'm doing my box in a cut, my basic haircut. And for that, for sure, for some clients, they have more hair or shorter hair. But roughly, I will spend 15 minutes on my basic haircut. That means I've done everything that I think is the best at the moment before I move in to the blow dry. And again, blow drying is different. If they have really sporty short hair, it'll take me 5 minutes. But if it's something similar to that, I will spend 10 minutes with that. In those 10 minutes, I will start talking again about products. Everything have to come down to products, but because in the end, we are not selling her products, we are really guiding her. We are giving her advices to how she can maintain her color, how she can maintain her haircut and her way of styling her hair. If she wants to move out of the door tomorrow with the same beautiful blow dry, we have to make sure that she got the same products that we use. We can only build her the house. How she kind of reorganize her house inside is up to us to guide her in the right way. That's how I see it when I do haircut. It's the same as building a house. We have to have the fundament of the house ready. That is our basic haircut. And then we move forward when we start putting in products and everything like that. That's how we move in our rooms in the house. It's the same thing we're doing. We're just doing hair instead of houses. So after 10 minutes blow drying, maybe 5, we have 10 minutes left before we have to say goodbye to her. That 10 minutes is where we do our final finish in our haircut. That's where we go do our styling. Again, start talking about finished products. How they're gonna use the styling tools and whatever they're gonna do in their hair. This is our way, again, to make us more special. I think because we are all hairdressers from Intercoiffure, we are the leading hairdressers. That means we are the world's best hairdressers. So we have the best education. Is it from the fashion team where I belong, or if it's from Joachim and the World Academy, we get the best education, and that have to be shown to our clients. So we have to be very good in this. We have to make sure that we understand our system of working with our clients. We have to make sure that we understand the time we have for the clients and respect our clients' time as they respect our time. So my clients expect me to be ready when they have a schedule at 10 o'clock. They expect to be out of the door at 10:45, maybe 10:50, because they sit and drink their last cup of coffee or whatever. But in 45 minutes, this is how it works for me. Might be different from you, but you have to start when you're young, start working with your timing. Know if you go in to see Gunilla's last section about how to do foil, make sure you start timing yourself so you know if your clients comes in and want to go like this. Lots of beautiful baby lights, and she might have a root top as well. So you have to keep in mind, if it takes you 2 hours to put in baby lights, and then afterwards you have to do the roots, then you have to make sure that you know it will take you 2.5 hours to do that. And you have to make sure that your clients know that, because nobody likes to be running behind. In my city, they just changed the parking system. That means everything is coming to the parking system. They have to run to change the watch on the car, whatever. So respect your time and start thinking about how you work with your clients. So 5 minutes for my consultation in the beginning. 5 minutes keep consultation at the washroom. Then we do the basic haircut. That is our main box in the cut, for example. 15 minutes. If you got longer hair, you might spend 20 minutes. Then you have to think about, you have to blow dry. That will take you at least 10 minutes if it's long hair. And you want to have time to finish up. That gives you also 10 minutes. But this works for me, and I've worked really hard on my system, taking time. Now I'm taking my watch off because otherwise it will be very noisy for you. But I'm very strict with my time. I'm very strict with my juniors to know the time. So this is my way of working. It might be different from you, but it's a beautiful way of working when you know your timing. So keep in mind when you're young and you have your own system, your own salons, respect your client's time. That is most important thing for you to take with you. Respect your time. So Joachim, I think it's time to roll our videos from our Schwarzkopf sponsors.
We are hairdressers, we are craftspeople.
It's more than a job. Hairdressing is a craft. It's about our professional calling.
It's a journey of personal and professional growth, a journey, I think, that never ends.
It's absolutely worth it because our craft has the power to improve lives.
My dream was to change people's mood, make people feel better.
Because every single person is beautiful. Our job is to show them that.
What unites us is our deep commitment and respect for the skill of true craftsmanship. Everything to do with the mastery of our medium, hair.
What's amazing is that you have this company that it's always looking for the new technology. It's always looking at new innovations, but it always has that nod to the heritage of the company.
We are dedicated to hair and leverage our craft, size, reach, and resources to find new, sustainable ways of doing the things that we love to do.
Clients expect us to be trend experts, but for us it's about how do we bring it together in a holistic way? How do we look at lifestyle trends? How do we look at what's happening on the catwalk and merge those things together and make them accessible for our clients in the salon?
A lot of clients come in, what's new, what's hot. I saw this on the runway, this is the look, but we're gonna do something a little more toned down because it's something you can wear every day.
We never stop learning, and every hairdresser is on their own unique path.
We support you wherever and whenever you want to upskill yourself. With us, you have a customized and personal learning journey.
Schwarzkopf Professional are your partners, and they support you in achieving your goals to enable you to deliver the perfect service every time, every day.
We empower you with professional tools, practical knowledge, and individual support to enable you to build a successful future.
It all comes out in the moment they give the award to you. They give it and you're like, it's mine. I got it. I earned it. For me, it was an explosion of happiness.
We have an incredibly creative, colorful industry. Why not celebrate these skills? Why not be recognized? Why not stand out? Because we all deserve that moment of real shared pride. So whatever your journey, let's take it together as partners in craft. Schwarzkopf Professional, together a passion for hair.
Thank you, Joachim. I just want to I'm just adding a little product for my beautiful mannequin's head. So you can see if I start just scrunching the hair kind of like this with products, it gets a different feeling again. So for me, it's been a pleasure. I'm looking for a towel here. It's been a pleasure to have you here and show you my box in a cut. It's super easy. In a couple of days, it will be cut down to a quick seminar where we cut out that we left the building for a minute or two. And it's going to be online. So if you look on YouTube and go to Fondation Guillaume online seminar, you'll find our previous online seminars as well. And I'm really happy. And all this will never happen if we don't have our sponsors. So thank you for L'Oreal. Thank you for Schwarzkopf to make this possible. And remember, we are the leading hairdressers of the world. So be a leader and be a superstar. And see you soon. And make sure that you follow us on the Instagram. I'm Sascha Hirtsgaard. I'm fashion team member of Fondation Guillaume. And I'm also the world president of Fondation Guillaume. Love having spent my Sunday with you and see you soon. Bye and enjoy the rest of your day.